Welcome to Nearing Nirvana. This is episode 110 of Long Story Short. Season, I don't know, 5?
I was thinking about that. I think we kicked this thing off late 2022. And we did it all 23, all 24, and now we're into 25. But I think we got going right at the end of 2022. So into our fourth calendar year, I suppose. So who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed it? 110. So yeah. Anyways.
I figured this thing would just be a pandemic phase, of me just showing up on podcasts and talking comics, and life would take over again. But this is taking over my life instead, which I'm fine with. I like it because I've met a bunch of friends and like-minded people that enjoy collectibles. So
yeah, man, it's funny how all that works. But yeah, happy to be here tonight. We got some cool books to talk about. Right now, it's just me and Aaron. We'll see if the rest of the crew hops on. But if not, we've done this with just the two of us before. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last.
Sweet. All right. Before we get started, though, big shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. Make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And then if you're in the Arizona area, make sure you're stopping by Bird City Comics. They just opened a brand new brick and mortar store, and with the news with Diamond and stuff like that, I'm sure they will need all the support and help they can get. So that can be scary for people that have been in the industry for a while but haven't but took the plunge to have a brick and mortar store. So I wish them the best. But you can also get a 10% discount over at their website, birdcitycomics.com, if you use the code Nerdvana for a 10% discount. And I like their website because, if you buy stuff in bulk, they offer you discount pricing.
Yeah, I would also point out is they're known for their exclusive game, but when they recently got that store, they've got just a section called comic books where they get some really cool books they found. They posted some of them on IG, but they're on the website to buy. And there's some really tough to find books in there if you want to go take a look at them. So definitely check it out. Got to support Ann and Laura. They're a big part of the community. So I want to get out there at some point.
You're starting to evolve back into Carter again.
The beard is slowly coming back.
We're seeing progression in real time.
It's kind of cool. Every week, it's like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, it's Carter. All right.
It was like last week when he and Dino went on. I think it was the Tuesday show. I'm like, who the hell is that guy? Like, face was shining, just looked like he was 21 years old, just baby faced.
No, that looks like he's got some dirt on his face now. So
all right, here we go, episode 110. Thank you for joining us as usual. Listen, you guys are the usual viewers, but if you haven't seen our show before, we're here to help you have fun hunting for comic books. Be smart with your money. Don't pay stupid prices. All right. Let's get into it. All right. This book isn't out yet, but I could, the Fantastic Four trailer dropped this week. Personally, I thought it was pretty entertaining. I'm looking forward to that one quite a bit. But my question for, the chat is, how come Sue Storm keeps finding herself in situations with undressed men who aren't Reed? Like, how does this keep happening?
Namor, T'Challa,
Doom.
Oh God, of course, Doom. Iron Man. Who the hell else?
I feel like we're missing one obvious one. But this one kind of made me crack up. A lot of people point out, they're saying her covers give her that reputation, but she really isn't that way in the actual books themselves. But man, she's got far too many covers with Marvel's leading men who are shirtless. It's just far too many of them.
That four on her chest means for the streets.
I was gonna say, yeah, JC, we gotta update the phrase. It's not what you said in the comments. It's she's for the streets.
Fantastic for the streets.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, my guess is that this cover has nothing to do with what's going on inside the book, but I kind of want to get it just to find out, like, what the hell's going on here.
And none of them are read. Let's see. She's a 4-player for the streets. But
I all joking aside, I did think that trailer was pretty good. I really hope they nail it with that movie. Fingers crossed. But we will see. We will see.
But are people's minds changing because of Marvel Rivals and her character? I mean, I don't play the game, so I don't know if she's like. If she's like,
yeah, man, they're gonna bring Malice back for Fantastic Four #2 with the appropriate costume. That will put asses in seats. Mark my word.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all the gadgets and gizmos that they have in this film, especially since the time period's like what, the 60s.
Yeah, man. I just love that retro vibe that they had going in that. I mean, my biggest gripe is I'm just tired of seeing Pedro Pascal in every goddamn project. But I thought he was fine. I just figured they could have found someone different. But
no John Krasinski.
I mean, he didn't have to be Krasinski, right? I mean, I know a lot of people wanted him and whatever.
Hey,
but
look at this guy,
Joe. What's up, brother?
He totally ghosted me Sunday morning. I was trying to hit him up before I was driving out of town, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go back to Wanted Comics because
Bro, I've been sick, dude. So today's the first day I kind of feel like myself, dude. Fuck, man.
Oh, so you were sick when we met up?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hopefully, I didn't get you sick.
I
didn't know how sick I was.
I smoked so much grass that I prevented getting sick. Or if I did get sick, I didn't know I was sick.
Man.
So I might have been a super spreader.
I was in a daze, dude. So, but man, I had fun, man. I'm glad you came down, dude. So.
Dude, your shop that you have access to is amazing. I love how they organize their books. They alphabetize all their books and they pull out like keys or books that you would commonly look for all in one section in the front. They have slabs on top of that, like organized in boxes. Then you go looking around the other bins of the store. They're like newer ratio variants that are back stock. They have like 3 for $5 or something like that. So I ended up with like a 1 in 25 Polaris, like X Factor #6 cover, and I was like kind of like, oh, awesome, I like this cover. And then I picked out 2 other random variants, and it was 3 for $5. Like all my pile of books that I show on that IG reel and that slab was under $100. It was like right under. So I was like that is too ridiculous. And then they just had bought a new collection. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start bringing in some long boxes like tomorrow around 11. So if you want to dig through them, swing on by. And so Sunday morning before I left the hotel, I was calling Joe. I was like,
oh, that's why you called me, dude.
Yeah. I was like, Joe, I'm about to head out, but if you're down to go, let me know. But I was like, kind of like, but he didn't answer. So I was like, okay, he probably needs rest or whatever. And then I was like, I'm a bit tired anyways too. I was like, I know I still got like a 3-hour drive, and I was like, I'm sure my dog is missing me. So, but anyways.
Well, sounds like a productive trip.
Oh yeah.
So that Adam Hughes cover that you're talking about, Igor, yeah, man, I've got that one. That Adam Hughes with Sue Storm, 100%.
What are we looking at here, man? This is a great cover.
Yeah, no, we were just saying, like, how come Sue Storm continues to find herself on covers with half-naked men from the Marvel Universe? Is it, Namor, T'Challa?
Doom.
Right place at the
Doom.
right time, man.
I bet you she was in a sticky situation with Wolverine at some point too. Had to have been. Had to have been.
So, are we saying that she has more notches on the belt than Reed?
You'd have to think so. I mean, Reed seems like he's kind of a nerd who, hit the jackpot, but that would be my guess. That would be my guess.
Does Sue get a mom?
You're like, not discovered.
Not this. I mean, it's a, but it's not a mama.
What's going on here? Is she making Tony's suit invisible so she can see him, or is she projecting like iron, like a force field around him that looks like iron? Like what's going on in this cover exactly?
He's trying to like reach her through telepathy. He's all like,
But what is the force field around him? Is she like looking through it?
I think that's just his AI, right?
No, but she's got
her hand out and it's projecting something, right? Like her powers onto Tony somehow. Like,
or she made his armor invisible.
So the question is she making an invincible suit of armor, or is she making his armor invincible?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
she's making him an invisible suit.
She's making him a suit, so she's not turning his existing suit invisible, is what you're saying.
I wonder if this is a key. You know how Tony always has different suits? Like, this is his first invisible suit.
Where you can just see his draws.
Yeah.
First appearance of Tony's boxers.
Talk to me Friday. Yes, sir. I sense Fruit of the Looms. Right.
So basically, people are saying that she's making it invisible because he's saying Susan, and so she wanted to see Tony naked, basically.
Got it.
All right, Sue. We're not going to tell Reed. We won't give him this comic, but all right. Let's get into the books for tonight. All right. Oh, this is a beauty. Weird Tales of the Future, number 3. A Basil Wolverton cover. A 9.0 of this beauty sold for $15K way back in 2018. $15,000. 70 on the census. No 9.8s. A high grade of 9.2. What do you think? $15K for an IO on this 7 years ago?
So, do you think it would increase in price if it got brought back to market again? In this climate?
I mean, you'd have to think in 7 years this thing appreciated a little bit. You would think, just given where comics have gone.
Yeah, well, especially the appreciation of horror books, right?
Big time.
Not only
and
that,
this has got a lot going for it,
man.
in terms of Golden Age books, right? You got the blonde with the red dress, which is a staple. You got the ghoul coming out of the ground.
Do you think if the 9.2 came to market, it would sell for like, I don't know, like 40 grand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would think north of like mid-20s, I would think. Yeah, the beat is starting to build on these types of Golden Age books, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing do better. But 15,000 is damn respectable back in 2018 before things got nuts.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that statement. I mean, it would have made 20 grand if there was a little bit of bondage. Just saying.
See, I thought this book was slightly more rare than what it is.
Yeah, I just think it's in collections, right? So 70, right? I mean,
because there are like 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all like really low grade, but there are copies that are like a handful of copies that are available right now.
Oh, does
Even though
Hey,
they look low grade though.
Yeah.
Do any say what year it is from?
52.
Yeah, sorry.
52.
It's
Yep.
funny when you look at these books. There are so many books from 52. I don't know if this is just stupid coincidence, and so many from 48. When we're looking at, I don't know what it is about those 2 years with so many books coming out, but a lot of books from 48, a lot of 52. It feels like for whatever
Mhm.
reason.
Do you think it would coincide with like stuff that was being played on the radio, like shows or serials at the movies that would correlate with with like this book or just horror in general?
Yeah, I mean, there was something feeding the culture for sure. It very well could have been. I mean, the radio was where people went for entertainment
Yeah.
during this time. So, 100%.
Weird tales from the future.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was good. Nice job.
I have an
Well-
idea.
I perfected my old timey voice.
Nice.
All right, what else do we have on here? Beautiful Matt Baker. I love these Matt Baker books. Really, all of them. Teenage Romances number 36. I know we joke there's no teenagers in this, but whatever. That's how they're marketing it. So this is the kind of census I love. High graded 6.0. This was a 4.5 that went for almost $1,200 back in early 2024. Only 22 of these on the census. And that says loves bad girl. And can anybody read the balloon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He said
You
like something
better-
like,
Oh, you want me to read it? You
Yeah,
better
go for
take
it.
off those you better take off those flimsy, wet clothes and get into the warm pajamas and stop acting so shocked.
You know what time it is, bitch.
I like how he's
you know,
smoking a pipe too, right?
yeah.
so when Aaron was at the shop, there was these two old guys, and I've pressed books for them. Like Ben, you'd have lost your mind. This guy Alan, he had a short box of just Matt Baker's, bro.
No shit.
Oh, I didn't even look through what he had.
Bro, fucking high grade. Like just you'd have lost, and I was just like, I gotta send you pics of. I've pressed a lot of his stuff, but like just seeing it all in the short box, I was like, man, like Mercenot and Ben would have lost their mind.
Oh man, yeah.
My favorite was the guy. Okay, so I'm gonna dispel this right away because I didn't see anyone giving you shit like they did when we were in Baltimore. Like no one. It was all like, "Hey, how's it going, Joe?" Like, "Oh, there's my presser." Like,
Yeah,
"Hey, Joe,
that's my fortress of solitude right there,
Like-
though, man.
like, hey Joe, like, has this book been pressed before? Like, da 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 da. And then like he's like going around talking to like every single employee, knows everyone that works that's going in and out of the doors. Like, I was like, dang, does he work here? So-
Yeah, but you know, I go there to like decompress. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Local celebrity. That's what you are there, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should have gone to the gas station to see what else happened.
I got my cherry sours though, bro. Right?
Yeah, I was smoking a cigarette outside, and then he went inside. He's like, "Hey, you want a drink or anything like that?" And then he had to get his sugar on. which I
Right. Comic
understand.
book hunting, fucking Slurpee and cherry sours, bro. and that'll just like amp you up to like go digging.
I did eat some watermelon sours on the way home. So,
Yeah. I'll do it too.
Anyways, you like this one, Carter?
Bro, I love this one. Like
Yeah.
the way like Gams is Gams, right? Like everything about this is on point. The guy smoking meth in his pipe. I like the it's like she's like is this a strawberry blonde?
Yeah, that's what I would
Yeah.
go with. Yeah.
Great colors on the dress, and she's like like right front and center. Love this.
Yeah, this one's high up on the list. There's one on eBay, right, that has a tear in the lower right corner, and the Love's Bad Girl is torn off. You can't see it, and I feel like it just takes away so much from the book. Takes away so much from the book, and they're not asking a ton for it. It's not a bad price, but and it's not, the rest of the condition is reasonable, but that tear just seems to really set it back.
Blind Adam, this is Teenage Romances number 36.
Matt Baker.
So if he's throwing those pajamas on her, like, why is he doing that if her clothes are wet?
Those wet clothes.
Yeah, she must have got caught out in the rain. You know, she's going to pick him up off her lap. She's not going to let him get too wet. He's concerned. He's concerned, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
can
better
dress
hit this-
right here. Yeah, you can get into those pajamas right here. No need to go to the bathroom or anything. Just do it right there.
All right.
All right. Popular Teenagers number 11. This is
Hey, it's
kind of
ice skates, man.
dude, that was a thing of the times, man. There were so many ice skating covers, man. It's unbelievable. Like, you know, there was one every 12 issues, right? When the winter came, it seemed like. But this is a beautiful LB Cole, Star Publications. Once again, 1952. It's just the repetitiveness of these years. It's kind of mind-blowing. A 5.0 sold for $1,200 back in late 2023. Only 25 on the census.
Wow.
With a high grade of 7.0. But yeah, there's something. I know the romance books aren't for everyone, but there's just something about this one that's pretty spot on.
Oh, romance books are for everybody.
They just don't know it yet. They are.
Yeah.
They are. They may not just come to terms with it yet.
Man, it's a perfect Christmas gift, dude.
Mm-hmm.
For your wife to get you, you know?
Yes.
I mean, this is classic LB Cole with the colors, right, on this thing, right? Just popping every which way.
So I noticed that a lot of times in the 50s, there's a lot of ice skate covers. So in the 80s or like in the 60s or 70s, do they switch it up to like roller skates?
That was once you got to like
Rollerblade,
60s and 70s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, popular teenagers, right? I mean, these are clearly like, this dude is probably like in his 40s, late 30s. But
allegedly.
I don't know who they were. I mean, who were they marketing to, do you think, with this? Like literally like teenage girls, you think? Was that
Yeah,
like their
most
target
like-
audience?
I gotta imagine like 12, 13-year-olds or something like that, maybe.
Teenage girls and Diddy.
Yes.
Yeah, this would be a nice one to find out there dating, but no luck for me at this point.
Yeah, the colors pop on that, man. It's just what a great cover.
Is this a Christmas cover?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he looks like his shirt almost looks like a Christmas tree, but
Right?
Oh, I didn't realize it looked like a Cosby sweater. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice checker.
No,
pattern.
I dig that, man. It's the like the Christmas lights. That is so cool. I didn't just like notice that, man.
Typically with like a check pattern on a shirt, they usually just like it doesn't like follow down the sleeve. They just will just like make the check pattern and not put any real detail in it.
yeah,
like
they
LB
just do
Cole
like
is doing
straight
here.
across. It doesn't bend with the elbow or anything.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, totally. They're lazy with it, but
Mm-hmm.
not LB Cole on this one. All right, what other? All right, Ghost Comics
wow.
number 1. You know, this entire series, I think, goes a little underappreciated. You know, this one does well, and then there's another that does pretty well, like number 10 or something like that. I can't remember. But these Maurice Whitman covers from this, I think, are all pretty spot on. I grabbed a Ghost late last year. I think it was issue number 5. But they're all similar themed. It's sort of a girl running away from a monster. This is JF Brine, 1950. 9.0 sold for $7,800 in 2022. 90 of these on the census, which was more than I was expecting to see, with a high of 9.2. But that 7,800 just seems a little bit low for a book this cool in that higher grade. What do you think?
So this looks like a alternate variant cover for like a Goosebumps book or something like that never got published.
R.L. Stein.
Yeah, but I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong.
I appreciate she's not completely vulnerable because she got the gat on her.
Yeah, she's about to cap that thing.
I mean, she probably don't know how to use it, but at least she has it on her.
I mean, it's the 50s. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Weren't there a lot of shooters back then too? Like, were people more familiar with guns?
Not women.
Well, I thought they during the war they had all those women troops and stuff like that would go out and snipe people, like during the war.
Hey, bro, this could be Agent Carter, bro.
Yeah, man. Maybe that's Peggy.
It's Peggy, bro.
Yeah, I like the series. I like the books from. I like all of them from the series. But
yeah, exactly. That should like use the gun. Use the gun. She's just gonna throw it at him.
I mean, but is the gun really gonna work on a ghost, anyways?
I don't know, man.
Unless
We're not
it's
gonna
like
find
a
out unless she pulls the
Scooby-Doo.
trigger, man. She's got to pull the trigger, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Scooby-Doo ghost, you know. All right.
All right. So Tony's in the chat. He wanted to talk about some more Peter Driben covers. We talked about some of his pinup ones last week. I will put those on the show, but to avoid being overly repetitive, I grabbed this one, which, you know, he's really known for his pinups. If you look at most of his work, that's what you'll find. But this is exclusive detective number 2. This was a pulp. Driben did the cover on this one. And it was from 1942. Not a lot to be found on this, but a few beautiful looking book, nonetheless. Yeah, when you look up his stuff, it's almost exclusively, outside of a handful of books, your classic pit-up stuff, which is obviously super appealing in its own right and super collectible. I was just pointing this one out because a little bit different vibe to it. She's about to smack that guy in the face with that phone, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He looks like he's about to deck her, though. He's got a fist, and I don't know. We'll see.
Or is he concentrated on the guy?
Oh, you think it's the guy? He's grabbing her, and she's got the phone looking at him. So
Right,
I don't know.
but I don't think he sees the phone, right? Because his eyes are locked on the dude.
All right.
Man, she'll be fine.
She's like, "Don't mess up my hair." Okay.
Yeah, is that dude coming in from behind looking to save her? Gotta be.
Yeah, he's got the badge on.
And she has an alibi. She has an alibi, blonde alibi, right? So does she kill the guy with the phone?
Is he the Phantom Ghoul, trapping the Phantom Ghoul? That's the dude.
In human form, he's the devil.
Maybe.
Ooh, shoot.
All right, let's see what we have next.
All right.
Oh man.
Out of the golden into the modern. Darth Vader, #1 from 2017. This is a Mark Brooks 1 in 50 variant. A 9.8 of this sold for $400 late last year, 2024. 253 in the census, 168 in 9.8. Aaron and I were joking how people love this distressed look for their modern books, but they don't like it for their old books. They want them to look crispy and clean. So, anyways, yeah, this was well done. This plays pretty well. And Aaron thinks you might have this.
I think I might have this. I can't remember if I have it or not. Unless did Brooks do a couple covers like this too that were
I
also
think there's another. I don't know if it's Brooks or not, but there was another Darth Vader or Star Wars cover
that's
with
like
a
the stress, where it's like the stress looking.
Yeah.
Is that Lando on the cover? I can't remember.
I can't either, but I feel like we've talked about it on the show.
Like I have to look. Yeah, I would have to just either look through my Star Wars books or my incentive box ?
I've had several times to buy this, and I always make an excuse. Yeah, I'll get it, but this book has been elusive. Like this is like I've always wanted this book, and every time I like see it on eBay, I'm going to buy it, but then I see something else. Like my ADD kicks in, and I go off somewhere else and
you just
buy something
can't
else.
quite get there pulling the trigger. I've never seen this in the wild ever.
Oh no,
I've never. I dig a lot, and I don't ever recall seeing this book.
Yeah, I think I found mine online. Like someone had.
Yeah, they're out there.
Like incentives on sale or something like that, and I think I picked it up that way, or something similar. I'd have to look through my books.
This book is just so well done, and it tells a story. I mean, it's just phenomenal as the way it's done. Like,
yeah, it feels.
I'm surprised they haven't done more of this, something like this.
It feels authentic to the original Star Wars in some way. Like it just feels more of kind of like a throwback, but
oh, they even put the diamond in the corner.
Yeah. Up in the
Yeah.
Yeah, great looking book. And correct for any of you guys in the chat who have it, congrats. Great one to have. All right. Luna Snow. She is hugely popular in Marvel Rivals. This book has gone full go status. So Luna Snow #1 from 2019. Yong Jun Cho 1 in 25 variant. A 9.8 last sold for $200 back in 2023. Only 32 of these on the census, 23 9.8. And there's no sign of this book online anywhere that I've been able to see anymore. I would imagine that if a 9.8 came up, it would sell with a $500 with a 5 handle.
Easy. I know I've got a stack of Luna Snows. I don't know if they're second print, but I remember buying a lot on Midtown when these first came out. So I don't know. I should dig them out and just flip them.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got this one,
oh no, I don't have this one.
I could never find this one. I got what's the one that is similar? Is it a White Tiger or whatever? No.
I know which
White Fox. There's a White Fox cover, a one shot that had by the same artist with a similar vibe, but I never got hands on this one, and it is gone.
I mean, I remember when these came out, Ben, and you knew just the way they were drawn. I mean, it looked important. Like they were all fresh, brand new characters, and
these disappeared pretty quickly. When these were pandemic era books, or just, but these were really real tough to get, and there were some cool variants. Inhak Lee, I think, did Virgin and Cabaret for these, and then they all kind of disappeared pretty quickly. But did you ever get this one, Carter? I thought we talked about this one at one point.
No, I don't have it.
Yeah. This is definitely one worth grabbing if you see it out there. It could fall through the cracks out there. This is one of those books I feel like you should be able to find.
Yeah,
It's
1 in
very
25. Yeah, but like I haven't seen these in the wild, man.
Here's a 9.8 right here.
How much?
424.
Oof.
Oof. All right.
You want the link?
Is it eBay?
No.
Huh?
Is it eBay?
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that. I did a quick search.
Don't send us that link, Merson.
I'm sending you the link in the private chat.
Damn it, dude.
Tempted to pull the trigger on that.
Someone's gonna buy it, or some audience member is gonna buy it. Breaking the rules on our own show. All right.
Everyone's guilty of it.
Yeah, I am too.
All right.
You end up talking yourself into buying it, just like chit-chatting with you guys, man. You know? So like,
guys are a bad
maybe I didn't
influence
consider it, you know?
All right. We get another tougher to find Luna Snow book as well.
I
this
have
one,
this.
not as cool as the other one, but there's this is a tough book to find. So this is Agent of Atlas number 3. This book wasn't hugely heavily ordered. The artist is Stonehouse. This is another 1 in 25. A 9.8 of this sold for $300 back in 2022. And only 12 of these on the census, half of which are 9.8. So this is also a book worth keeping an eye open for. I feel like this feels like the book that some dealers may just not appreciate and just have in their variant boxes for a reasonable price. But given the popularity of Luna Snow, I would imagine these would stay collectible for a while.
Yeah.
And this is another one I've never seen in the wild.
Do you have it graded, Joe?
No, I've got this in raw. It's raw.
You've got it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You can make it 7 out of 13.
Probably worth
God, dude.
grading.
There's so many. Oh my God, where the fuck did you find this?
All right. Now I'm gonna quick word to the wise. There is a copy of this on my comic shop listed for $10,000. Please don't buy it.
Oh my God.
10 grand. So this is
Oh
a
my
rare
God.
Campbell sketchbook. Self-published.
It's some cold-blooded shit right there, Ben. God damn it, dude.
I knew this one would fire
Mama!
a little bit.
Mama! Bro, that is fucking fire. I've never seen this book, bro.
Yeah, under
Tim
construction.
Toolman Taylor, bro. Man, this is fucking phenomenal. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, we talk a lot about sketchbooks on this show, and this one is a real difficult one, an early Campbell sketchbook, and yeah, like I said, there's one floating around out there. They're asking 10 grand for it. I'd advise you not dropping that much on this, but who the hell knows how many he made? I don't know.
God, damn, that is so good.
I mean, my goal is to spend at least 10 grand on eggs this year. So
I keep hearing these jokes. I went grocery shopping. There were $4. Like, are they supposed to be like expensive? I bought a dozen for $4. Like, I hear everybody dropping these jokes, but I just don't I don't know what, like, if it's just being wise ass or if it's real. Like, they're like,
yeah, I've never. Yeah, I mean,
People are afraid that they're not going to get eggs.
really? I mean, I don't know. I keep seeing it
mean,
everywhere, and I'm like, I don't know. I went to the grocery store. I got a dozen eggs for $4. Like,
See,
like
they're
People
getting
panic.
magical. They're getting magical eggs where they're cage free.
I mean, listen, they have they have these eggs that are like $12. They're like free range. The chickens are fed, magic food and like, whatever. But like, but they've always been 10 or $12.
They've got a QR code that you can scan it and see their birth. You know,
Yeah, you can actually
and they're
see the mother. Before you
yeah,
crack the egg, you can see
right.
who laid it. I don't know. I keep hearing about it, but I don't know. Like I said, I went grocery shopping and like I don't know. In Boston, they are normal price.
It's because in Boston, someone decided to steal, $100,000 worth of eggs or whatever.
We've
Saw some-
stolen all of the chickens.
Yeah, I saw
and,
some news article that someone like robbed someone transporting eggs or whatever.
It's the cartels, bro. Give me all your eggs, vato.
And the police officer is like, I've never seen this report in my entire career of being a police officer.
Somebody's gonna hold the eggs hostage. I'm gonna shoot it.
So Adam,
it's
what we're looking
100,000.
at here is a classic J. Scott Campbell, a redhead with a construction helmet on, kneeling down with jean shorts and a tank top, holding a sign that says "Under Construction."
That's
And
the girl from Home Improvement, man.
but very rare.
Heidi or Pamela Anderson?
Yeah,
Both. Combination.
A combination of both, because that's why her hair's red. Because is that what it works?
I'll take it.
Blonde and brunette make red.
You know how you know this book is fire? Like if he were to like put this, if this cover came out like this week, this be the #1 book. I'm just telling you, like that's how good this shit is.
if you just drop this on just in the old cover,
Like ASM, like Spider-Man, and that's Mary Jane. She's doing work around the house. Like this would be the #1 book.
yeah, man, he should redo it. He should redo it.
But then instead of under construction, it's like finished construction.
Man, it's just...
So Joe, this is going to be on your radar now for going forward, man.
I thought you said it was going to be $10, and like the air came out of me when you said 10,000.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep it going. All right. I don't know if we've ever talked about this book before. We may have on the show. I can't keep up anymore, but Dave Stevens, we talked about Dave Stevens a lot before he blew up, and then everybody's kind of forgotten about him. And this book is probably one to keep an eye on. There's a color version, but the pencils on this one, this is one of those books where the sketch cover looks better than the color for my money. This is also a 1 in 25. This series was not heavily ordered. I think there were like 15 or 16,000 copies of this ordered, so not a lot of stores hitting that 25 threshold. This sold for almost $700. Really back in part of the sort of the hotter days for Dave Stevens last year. Maybe the tail end when you started to cool off, because that was right before Mark Spears actually started to kick into high gear. Everybody forgot about Stevens, right? That's it. But that was September. Spears kicked in October-ish. But anyways, only 13 of these on the census, 9 and 9.8. But yeah, just a really great representation of his stuff.
So
anybody got this one here?
I don't have this, but is he celebrating that he's being, choked out by Betty Page?
Yeah, I don't know. He's like, yeah,
yippee.
Yeah.
Is that yipe or yippee?
I don't know. Regardless, he doesn't look like he's too concerned.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I would be either.
Yeah, this is definitely one to keep an eye open for. All right. This next book hasn't come out yet. Comic book creator number 40. That's Dave Stevens.
Uh-oh.
So this supposed to come out in September, October timeframe. This art had never been used on a cover before. It was provided by the Rocketeer Trust or whoever sort of oversees his body of work. This has a $25 cover price and is available for pre-order. We don't cover a lot of books that haven't gone on sale yet, typically on the show. Although ironically, this is the second one tonight because we did talk about that Iron Man. But I would imagine this will be hot. This will be hot when this thing breaks.
I don't feel like a lot of people are going to order it with a $25 price cover.
I bet you
Shit.
a lot of people do.
Yeah, I can't see stores loading up on it for the $25.
Yeah, like I get it. It but I think that people, it shows up on like FOC.
Mm-hmm.
I think people will, and then the more people that talk about it, like just seeing this, I'm gonna order it.
September 2025. Jeez.
Wow, it's a long way away, man.
Yeah.
But also, who's distributing it too? As well?
True.
It's
That's really cool.
it's whoever the magazine who does this. It's you can just go to
Tomorrow-
their site. You can just go to their
Tomorrow's.
site. Yeah, you
Tomorrow.
can just go to their
Okay.
site and pre-order it.
Okay, that's
But
good.
you know, unused art, man, and then just look how good that is, man. Jeez.
I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, and this is obviously magazine size, and it's by the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna be pretty thick. So,
Just like that rocket in the background. Oh,
Yeah, it's a rocket, right?
God, this thing looks like a straight dingling.
They might as well have made it red, right? So it'd have been
Yep.
a red rocket. All right.
yeah, Steven's drawing these covers, and then he just starts drawing the rocket in the background. He's not even sure why. He's just like, all right.
Right. He was like the kid from Superbad, just drawing dicks and shit like that. man.
But they're also leaning on some hard wood, right?
Oh man. Aaron, you kill me.
Sorry.
I bet you this book will be also a good read. If it's all Steven's art and stuff, I bet you it'll be pretty damn good.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be Steven's art inside.
Yeah, it's a whole tribute to Stevens.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's only 160 pages. It's like the size of a textbook, right?
Yeah, that makes it worth it.
Definitely a coffee book table. Probably
Mhm.
not going to see any graded copies, right? Is that too thick to grade?
160, I would imagine they could get that done.
Oh, I guess
mean,
like
again, it would be a
it'll-
thick slab,
It'd
magazine
be like a
size.
help case, yeah. The book's got some girth. All right, before we get canceled.
All right, this book is from our
Rob.
buddy Rob. So this is Daredevil number 15 from 2017. This is a Lee Bermejo 1-in-25 variant. A 9/8 sold back in 2021 for the bargain price of $45. 15 of these on the census, 8 in 9.8. But yeah, big Daredevil fan. But this is not one that I've got. And I think I don't know if there's that many of these on eBay currently.
I don't remember this one, man. This one's freaking amazing.
When Rob put it up, I didn't remember it either. When he said when he suggested it for the show tonight, I did not remember it.
I did like how he highlighted that the bullet holes in the background make a bullseye.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Man, this is really
45
well
bucks.
done, man.
$45 is crazy, and it's also why you don't start certain books at $1 auction
Mhm.
or at the cost of grading at 45. I'm assuming if it started at that.
I mean, this is also a book that you got to be careful with some of these books where people not a lot of people know about them, or maybe the seller didn't even know about it, but what what it was, and just threw it out there just to get it off his hands. But
the perfect timing to have sold this would have been the preview before Echo when you see Daredevil in the black costume.
Yeah. I mean, he got rid of it long before that, but yeah.
And have you seen Daredevil books, man? They're flying on eBay, man. Like rare variants like these. I mean, they're moving, man. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
hype on the show and everything, man.
I mean, the show, by all accounts, everything that's leaked out is it's supposed to be pretty damn phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I love the Netflix series. Like, for me, to this day, that's still the best adaptation of any comic book to the screen ever.
Right? It still holds up, man.
I was rewatching it. I mean, it's just really well cast and it's gritty. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm super psyched for the TV show.
You know what kind of falls into that, Ben, is the Hawkeye show. Like
Yeah,
that
no,
could have easily kind of falls in that street level kind of grit.
Well, what I loved about the Hawkeye show was, I mean, I loved the show for what it was because it was tied to that Matt Fraction run that I like so much, and but the fact that they pulled the Daredevil universe into that, which was my favorite, like from the Netflix stuff, like I was like geeking out when that came out. I was like that Hawkeye TV show is still one of my favorite of all the Disney Plus shows, but I know not everybody agrees with that, but I don't know.
I mean, it still holds up. It's good.
I hope they do the second season. That's been rumored. I hope. We'll see.
Justin Shannon, some people it does work for, starting things at $1, but I'm saying generically speaking that if you don't commonly sell, I'm assuming you're one of those sellers that puts out like books every single week, and you're auctioning consistently, right?
It really depends on the market. Like there are times, and if it's a well-known book that's a lot of eyes on it, you're going to pull in more bidders if you started at $1. If it's a rare book where people don't really know about it, you're risking a lot.
Right.
You're risking a lot where there's not a lot of eyes on it. So, and obviously in a market like this, that's pretty weak. Not necessarily the best approach, but all right, let's keep the show rolling. All right, these are more books from Rob. So these are ghosts. He's been looking for these, hasn't found them. So if you do find these and you don't want it for your own collection, hit up Rob. He wants this. This is Street Fighter Pinup Special from 2019. Rob Porter. Sorry, this isn't the Virgin. The Virgin's on the other slide.
I missed the typo too.
No, it's all right. I was doing it this morning. From Kirby. This is a Kirby's Comics exclusive. And I was talking to Rob, and he wasn't sure what the print runs on these were. Maybe maybe 250 and 500, but regardless, they're never popping up for sale. Street Fighter comics can be just hugely collectible. It's kind of get blown away by what these books sell for at times, but according to Rob, these never see the light of day.
When we had that Cammy book on here before, I was like, when you showed me what the prices are going for now, I was shocked. I mean, it's one of my favorite Cammy covers, and I finally found it, and I only have one. I thought I had two, but yeah, I went and bought one.
Yeah, that's an expensive book. I mean, there's so many of the Street Fighter books that are go for big money, and always worth grabbing them if you find them for reasonable prices. Even if you know what it is, I mean, tuck them away. It just seems like there's a big audience for these.
Yeah. And especially if they release a game, it just goes up.
All right. This is from Tony. He's in the chat. Tony, what's up, brother? This is Badassical, maybe the best name ever for a comic book. Number one, this was a Kickstarter project. This is Mirko Andolfo did this cover. She's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of her art. Yeah, this was way back in 2016. So this is earlier work for her. And kind of gives me a little bit of Gwenpool vibes, just a gun.
Yeah.
This is a fun cover.
See, I was thinking Squirrel. I was thinking Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, maybe just to mix them up, a little bit of both, you know what I mean?
And then Mirko Andolfo is cool to meet.
Did you guys see that Shikari or Shakiri, whatever his name is, did a Scroll Go cover this week?
No, I don't pay
I
attention.
mean, you can imagine. You know what he's known for, but
he gave it the Ickpot treatment, if you will.
He did give it the Ickpot treatment, but I was like,
which came first, the Shikari or the Ickpots of the world?
I mean, Shikari's been around longer, but Ickpot's more talented in my opinion. But yeah, he just needs to back off the quadruple D's a little bit and just take it easy. I didn't post it on IG. I didn't. It was a little. Well, there's multiple versions of it, as he always does, but I forget which store is behind it. I just remember seeing it. If you look up Shikari's IG, I think he may have posted it there somewhere. But anyways, yeah, this Badassical, these Kickstarter books, we've said time and time again, when they disappear, you may never find them again. So, if it ever does pop up and you like it, snatch it while you can, because these are usually in pretty short supply.
Badassical. This sounds like it could be a cool musical.
Yeah, Badassical the musical. All right. So this second print, man, this thing, Carnage #2 from 2011. This is a Clayton Crane second print. 9/8 sold almost 3 years ago now for $275. This book doesn't pop up all that often. 30 on the census, only 9.8s. I have never found this thing.
I think I have this. I think.
Now, the second print for #1 was a similar kind of vibe to it.
I think I do have this.
Well, you should post it if you don't want it, because it seems like this is sought after.
I mean, this is sneaky good, man.
Yeah. I mean, these were not. This was not the cover A. This is not reused art. I mean, they were slapping like this awesome Clayton Crane art on these second prints.
And this is when he just signed his name Crane too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vibe of this is fantastic. I mean, really, really cool book.
Alrighty. Boom.
All right. This is a submission from a viewer. Bada Boom on IG. So this is Bofo Laughs #1. And by all accounts, this was the first cover ever to feature a hologram, which is right there in the middle. You can see the eyeball.
That's cool.
Now, this doesn't go for really anything to speak of, but it was more the novelty aspect of it that we featured it. This is from Paragraphics in 1986, but these are out there for a couple bucks. But why not grab it if you see it?
I bet you Brian has this book, bro.
He likes eyes.
Yeah. Skulls and eyeballs.
Well, if he doesn't, we should try to get him a 9/8 and send it to him as a gift.
We should, dude.
See, I was thinking Leg might have this because it looks like the art from like the that One Cocaine comics.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was DiCaprio's dad, right?
Right? It was.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's father who did that book.
Yeah, I think I have.
But yeah, I don't believe there's any. This series went 6 or so issues. I don't believe there's any other holograms to be seen. But by all accounts, this is the first time a hologram was featured on a comic book. So I bet you this would move all right in a 9.8. I couldn't find any graded copies of this listed. I don't think anybody's ever graded this book.
That'd be pretty cool to have the first on the census.
Yeah, they're out there. Someone get on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the submission, brother. much appreciated.
I'd be interested to see if anyone finds like something older, but I mean, like, you know, like if you did the research and found this was the oldest.
I mean, 86 feels about right for this hologram, right? It feels that feels about right, but you never know.
That's where like there was a lot of people taking chances. You had a lot of independent comics. I remember working in my uncle's shop, and like this type of stuff was like rampant, like because people wanted like different, and like that was around the time where you just all of this shit was like being ordered. And I mean I still remember looking the first time I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first print, and like I poo-pooed it. I was like, man, this shit sucks, go get Spidey, but like these things, they
See,
represent...
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna go get Daredevil.
No, but like Ben hit the nail on the head. 86 is where you started seeing stuff like this pop up. Like,
so now I have to know what month this was published and put out, because like, am I older than holograms on comics, or are holograms older?
And I'm wondering about this, right? Because it's just that square that they printed this, and they had a box of hologram stickers, and they just stick them on themselves. Because I don't think the printing was really there to do that at that point. I'm wondering if they just stuck the sticker on themselves.
I seem to remember like old comics like that, like horror comics, like Clive Barker shit with holograms on it, and I just like I can't.
I mean, Clive Barker definitely had books. Those were, I almost want to say, those were like later 80s, early 90s, like Hellraiser and those kinds of books. But anyways, all right. I think we got one more.
Yep, this is our last book.
This is the last book. All right, this thing's a freaking ghost. We've been talking a lot about Savage Dragon on the shows, and this is a second print of issue number 100.
Wow.
There's only a single copy of this graded on the census in 9.6. That's it. Completely different cover from the first print. And if you see this, grab it, because there's nothing to be found anywhere in this book. I mean, the print runs are low enough as it is on these, but this one is certainly in ghost status. And I swear, I've got to go. I get stacks of Savage Dragon. I always buy, when I go through the dollar bins and I see them sort of in the 50s and up, I always grab them.
Especially like
I think I found this book before, but I can't find it anymore. And I just got to go through my dollar bins for.
I know I don't have this, and I pick up Savage Dragon like newsstands and stuff. It follows along the same lines as like when Spawn. Like where their stuff was short printed. Well, Savage Dragon around that same time was short printed. Like,
I mean, it's even way more short printed. So these are getting like 3,000, and like the short printed Spawns were still like 15,000.
15,000, yeah, 20,000.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're like these are even now. Savage Dragon doesn't have anywhere near the following of Spawn. That said, if people start wanting to, stack these and grab them, there's not going to be many to go around. There's not going to be many to go around.
Well, if the market's leaning towards like scarcity and rare books anyways, like this should start correlating with that too as well, because you're talking about something modern that, I mean, I would doubt a lot of people knew about that this book had a second print. I mean, because there's other books throughout the Savage Dragon run like that are second prints or variants that like people don't even know exist.
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of obscurities in this run, and then there's a handful of covers just like The Bald is Beautiful. Like there's a bunch of, I mean, 225, the naked, that nude variant, which is kind of gone, really hard to find. I mean, some of this stuff has just become, very collectible.
Yeah, and they're reaching 300. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be
he wants to keep going. Yeah, man. Yeah. I feel like he wants to keep going with it. So We'll see how far he takes it, but yeah.
Oh, it's at least going to 300.
He wants to beat. I mean, isn't he on record saying he wants to like go longer than Todd? He wants to like beat Cerebus. Like he wants to.
I think so. Yeah, I read that somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think it was around the time when McFarlane was about to hit 300 on Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
I think is when he was talking.
Yeah, I think he did an interview. Yeah, that sounds right.
But fucking hack.
What's that?
Eric Larson. He's a hack. He's gonna drag that. He's gonna do every whatever he can to drag that dead horse over the line.
The other thing, the reason that they're so like scarce is like, you know, I think Image is just doing it because he's a founder, right? Like nobody would be. The demand for this book.
He couldn't threaten to move to another publisher.
Yeah,
because,
like I'm saying,
he knows that he's lucky.
Nobody's going to print this few copies for him, right?
Yeah, he just keeps his head down, does his job. You won't hear a peep out of me. No controversy. I'm just up in my cover. That's it.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how far he takes it. But yeah, some of these are worth grabbing. Some of these are definitely worth picking up. And like I said, the dollar bins, I usually just grab them in the newsies, as Joe said. Although I grab any Image newsie that
I found Scotty Young did issue 250. They were kind of an oversized edition.
Yeah, he did a comic cover.
Yeah, so I mean, there's cool shit out there. You just got to dig for it.
But also, Adam, this is Savage Dragon number 100, the second print. All right, and that was our last book. So a big shout out again to our sponsors over at Cover Price. Make sure you're using the code Nerdvana14 for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And sign up for the text line over at Bird City Comics. You can use the code Nirvana for a 10% discount. And it looks like Joe has stuff to show off.
Well, I got to send a shout out to my buddy Steve, who is super fucking high grade, man. And it's obscene what he.
I should have gone there on Sunday.
Well, no, this is what some of the stuff he scooped up from that collection, and like, bro, this is so. I don't even need to press it. That's how like fucking phenomenal the condition on this is. And I was just like,
what was that second print Hawkeye book you had?
It's actually. I didn't have it. It's a third print.
Yeah, nice. I love those all purple covers, man.
With the black too, man. That's kind of
I love that Fraction run. I really is one of my favorites.
So I picked up the issue 1, I think third print that he had there, and then they had the Pizza Dog story. Yeah. Was that 11, right? First or
I picked up the exposure one, the one we saw you. I went back and got it. So, yeah.
So big shout out to Big Clutch, who is at MegaCon this weekend. But if you can't make it to MegaCon, he's selling on eBay Live. So, big shout out to him. He sent me this book, the Drew You Poo book, which is featuring Drew from Wanted Comics and Marat Michaels cover. And it's numbered to 25. So I thought this was really cool.
Yeah, I saw that last night. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so I found this in the mail today. I was like, oh dang, I ended up with a Drew You Poo book. So things that were, not expected for me to say on my bingo card, I now have a favorite Do You Poo cover. So
I still don't have one. I'm not sure I ever will. Unless I get gifted one, maybe. I don't think I'm because they ask more.
Long story short, poo.
I do my eBay searches minus poo.
Minus poo.
Yes.
See, I'm gonna put this on eBay and say Drew You Poo. Do you think anyone? I mean, I guess people would probably buy it directly from him, but yeah.
Oh yeah. They're close friends and stuff like that. Oh yeah,
but I mean, it's cool to have. I like the background. It looks like his pool with his gazebo and
when he's always like like opening boxes right by the
Yeah,
pool.
just to see. I mean, because like I'm pretty sure I would guess that Do Your Poo book was one of his first 9/9s or 10s that made him jump in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, hot book alert this week.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl. So
Yeah, but I got something planned
okay.
for the I guess afternoon.
Yep. So make sure you are subscribed to the Mercenaut YouTube channel.
Yeah, and we'll likely, unless I got to be in Florida next Thursday. Unless I can do it from down there, we may be off next week. There's a chance I'll be able to do it down there, but I would say 50-50. Odds are no, but so there may be a break next week.
Or a half episode. We might cook up something. Who knows?
Yeah. I like I said, I may be able to hop on. But we'll cross that bridge when we get a little bit closer.
All right, let me know, because if not, I'll probably end up doing band practice. Anyways, Joe, hot 10 tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah. It's just
Okay.
I just don't want to start it at 11 o'clock instead of 10
Instead
o'clock.
of 10. Well, that was partially on, I think, Ben and myself. Like, I was on the road, and then Ben submitted the list late to Brian.
I mean, I'll hang in there.
Yeah. And then
I will find a blow book. I've got a couple of candidates. So
nice. And then I should be on Beyond Wednesdays for Modern Comic Mayhem, unless I get tied into playing video games, which is also a high. That's what happened yesterday. I was playing video games, and I showed up late to the show, and I was like, man, I want to play video games. Like, I love this discussion of OA, but I'm not talking much, and then I'm just listening more. So I'm gonna back out and listen and play video games.
God, I so hope Captain America is good, man.
When does that release?
Next week.
It's like Valentine's Day or something, right?
Yeah, the day before. So I surprised my wife with tickets. She was extremely excited.
She's gonna send her. She's gonna send her your mother-in-law instead to go with you.
Oh man, fuck that, dude. Oh no. Oh no.
If she hears that idea, she's gonna be like, "That's a good idea."
I hope it does well.
That piece of shit would have popcorn, soda, Slurpee, candy, T-shirts, and all the bullshit. Even before I got like my stuff, and the bill would probably be about $300 knowing her.
Dude, it doesn't take much to drop $300 on freaking movie theater food, man. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Liger, I'm not playing Rivals. I'm playing Black Ops 6 right now. So I'm almost done with my diamonds. But anyways, that's another story for a different channel, I guess. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, I picked this one up. These digital this is a Jim
the
Lee.
combo pack. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Those are always worth grabbing. Always.
So Jim Lee, man.
Awesome. Yeah, she's behind you, Red.
Oh, your mama.
Alrighty. Y'all have a good one. All right.